Hee-ho! Hee-ho! Oh, gather round, ye gamers bold, and hear this tale we sing of a ship that sails the pixel seas and dives through everything. Her timbers hum with controllers worn, her sails are patched with code. She's bound for lore and treasure deep wherever stories go. Heave away, down below. Oh, deep dive gaming, ride the tide through darkest depths and worlds untried. With the mariner at the helm so steady, deep dive gaming, crew stand ready. Hee-ho! Hee-ho! The mariner stands upon the deck, eyes fixed on distant shores. Through glitch and grind and boss fight rage, he charts the myths and lore. No storm too wild, no patch too rough, no depth too far to roam. He steers us through endless games and calls the deep our home. Stand fast, hold the line. Oh, deep dive gaming, ride the tide through darkest depths and worlds untried. With the mariner at the helm so steady, deep dive gaming, crew stand ready. Hee-ho! 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 Dive below. Up in the crow's nest sharp of eye, Mojo scans the sea for trolls and traps and danger lurking where it shouldn't be. She cries the warning, clears the fog, keeps watch both night and day. No foul winds reach our common decks while Mojo guards the way. All clear, dead ahead. Down by the guns with powder black and sparks upon the steel stands Hero grinning wide as shot with steady nerve and zeal. He loads them fast, he times the blast, lets thunder mark the way. When enemies rise from the depths below, Hero makes them pay. Boom, fire away! Oh, deep dive gaming, ride the tide through darkest depths and worlds untried. With the mariner at the helm so steady, deep dive gaming, crew stand ready. Heave-ho! Heave-ho! Now hear that voice upon the deck, calling strong and true. Great Gazoo sets the orbit pace for every soul and crew. Row, row, keep it tight. Row, row, all unite. Row, row, to the beat. Row, row, dig in deep. Oh, deep dive gaming, ride the tide through darkest depths and worlds untried. With the mariner at the helm so steady, deep dive gaming, crew stand ready. Hee-ho! Hee-ho! So raise a mug and man the rails wherever games may roam. The deep dive gaming sails tonight, and every port's our home.
Heave ho and ahoy divers, welcome back to Deep Dive Gaming. I am the Mariner, returning for yet another Fallout 4 with Sim Settlements 2 mod session. We're coming up on the end here, folks. Ahoy Twitch, ahoy YouTube, ahoy Rumble, ahoy Mojo. Sorry to pull you away from Crimson Desert, but you'll be happy to know I finally broke down and picked up the game for myself. Hee. So, yes, we have the Battle of Quincy. Resupply ammo and chems. Meet Salvador outside in front of GNN HQ. And I think the thing we need to decide is whether or not we want this to be a night battle or a day battle. Cash donation can't sponsored. I don't know what those are. Yes, and also we're working on getting to 400 subs on YouTube. 200 follows on Twitch and 50 follows on Rumble. So please do hit the likes, the subscribes, the other things. What do you think, Mojo? Day or night battle? Because it's raining right now, so seems appropriate. Oh, that's something we never really looked at. There's a caravan post over here that vendors can come to, and there's a cow balancing on a trough. Let's see, we got Brotherhood troops. Nope, that's just an HQ guy. Kind of want to do this in daylight so people watching can see the action versus just a bunches of flashes and hearings of booms. So we'll make it at dawn we attack, or we attack at dawn. And of course it's still raining, but that's the marshes for you.
It's done.
Nice work securing those locations. The strike teams arrived at the checkpoint, and the defense team is primed to move out. Are you ready for us to begin?
Get the troops ready for attack.
Understood. Making the call.
Next question, how many times?
This is HQ. You have a go. Time to give the gunners their wake-up call.
Next question is going to be how often do we have to restart? Oops.
They won't be long now.
What did we just wait? What did we miss?
They take the bait.
What did we miss? They were looking at something. I'm like, what? Trying to get my headphones to pair them, and he had some serious noises happening next to my head, so I heard nothing. Ah! I picked up Crimson Desert. So apologies for pulling you away from Crimson Desert to mod. And hello. So yeah, we are going for a daylight exchange with the gunners.
I am glad to see
it's done.
Nice work securing those locations. The strike teams arrived at the checkpoint, and the defense team is primed to move out. Are you ready for us to begin?
Get the troops ready for attack.
Understood. Making the call. Strike team, this is HQ. You have a go. Time to give the gunners their wake-up call.
Not exactly subtle.
They won't be long now. Assuming they take the bait.
This is Hyde Park Lookout. Gunners on the move. Repeat, gunners are on the move. Multiple squads exiting Quincy.
Ha! Got him! Hook, line, and sinker.
Salvador to strike team. Gunners inbound. Good luck.
Here we go again.
Let us hope this time is the last.
Hyde Park Lookout to HQ. Gunner forces approaching checkpoint. They've engaged the strike team. My God, I've never seen such... Multiple hostiles neutralized. No friendly casualties. And I think... Yes, affirmative. Additional gunner units departing Quincy, heading straight
Sorry, I
towards
was
the
muted.
checkpoint.
The number of gunners in Quincy will be drastically reduced after this. The mission was a complete success. This was a promising start to our assault. Let's pray the rest follow suit. Defense team, you're to proceed to Quincy. Remember, you're to clear and secure the route. All right, prepare to move.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. The holotape. It has to Quincy.
Take a deep breath and tell me what's happened.
The holotape from 111, the one Magnuson instructed us to download data to, it must be brought to Quincy during our assault.
What makes you say that?
We recovered more of the doctor's message. He said to stop the gunners, the holotape must be brought to Quincy, or else you will not succeed.
Well, in that case, you better give me the tape. I'll make sure it gets into Quinn.
No, it needs to be the chief. Dr. Magnuson was very clear on his instructions. There's something about your Pip-Boy that means you're the only one who can do... something. But what that something is, we're still not sure.
Why your pit boy, and not mine or Mansfield's? They're virtually identical apart from that yours is the firmware upgrade.
Yep.
You haven't given me much choice. All right, I'll do it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to impose. We'll continue our efforts to repair the array and recover the rest of Magnuson's message. With luck, we'll find out what the holotape is for. Before it's too late.
Well, if you're going to Quincy, I ain't letting you go alone. I'm coming too. We'll figure out what to do with that holotape together.
A team of 3 is stronger than a team of 2. I'll come as well.
It's a party then.
Defense team, change of plans. In addition to your previous objectives, you must now accompany the chief to Quincy's entrance. You are to protect the chief at all costs.
Understood.
I know you tend to operate independently, but that can leave you vulnerable. So stick with the defense team, and they'll see you to Quincy safely.
Once you've arrived, we'll make radio contact and offer further guidance.
Time to move out. And Chief, good luck to you.
Okay, I'm waiting for the quest to... Okay, I guess we...
The Commonwealth
with us.
is full
Keep
of
on the road.
surprises.
How can a machine believe it's alive? That's ridiculous.
This is not the time for that debate.
Hello to you. May I assist you with something?
You're supposed to be assisting us with something.
Superiority we need to win this war.
I'm gonna hit quick save.
Scribe Naraya.
Now's a good time as any.
Don't let Maxon's age fool you.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelters that lie.
So much babble.
Hey, gentlemen.
Every day is a chance to make a difference.
This is
Need
our first
something
check.
from an old
2 men
sentinel?
remain here. The rest of us will keep moving. Come on, let's keep going.
Look at all those Brotherhood. Might not be able to debate later. Good point.
Ad Victoriam, brother.
Who's there? Target located. Mission accomplished.
Whoa. That was quick.
Hello. Another day, another mission.
Take them all out. Godless freak. Die.
Ceasefire.
Stand down. No more hostiles. I need 2 more men to remain behind and defend. Everyone else, keep moving.
I think that's one of ours. Why did that guy sound like Mr. Nakano? I don't know. See if we can. Well, actually, let's watch the Brotherhood in action.
I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face. Going one-on-one with the Death Claw.
Leave no survivors.
Oh, that's one of ours. Oh, is that Aiden? That might be Aiden. Whoops. Max's scar isn't nearly as impressive now as that he's dead. Also, it was a glorified story, and in actuality, Star Paladin Sarah Lyons was killed when he got that scar. Woohoo! Hold until the defense checkpoint is clear.
We'll do our best to make sure no gunners are passed. You should radio when you get a briefing on your next move. Good luck attacking the town. All right, sweep the area at once. I don't want any surprises. Let's get this place secure.
Got some people sitting down on the job.
Let them go. Right here. Our job is to defend this position, not to run at this from our own soul. Our team has got this covered. You go on ahead.
We should radio HQ before we move on.
Hello? It's Mansfield. I've been waiting for you.
Mansfield, we're about to enter Quincy. But before we go any further, it sure would be helpful if we knew what to do with this holotape.
Yes, well, we have recovered more of Magnuson's message, but we're still figuring out the whole holotape thing.
That's not helpful, Cedric.
So, what's the issue?
The holotape is somehow pivotal in our attack plan. Just don't ask me how. We have, however, learned what you're meant to do as soon as you enter the town. It seems Quincy has a plutonium well, like the one in Concord. We believe it needs to be reactivated. Or perhaps have its power output diverted? We're not entirely sure.
At least we sort of know what we need to do next. Thanks for the update, Mansfield.
I'm sorry we couldn't give you more. We'll keep working on the array. Be careful out there.
Okay then, let's go find this plutonium well.
The tech team is trailing behind us. I saw them heading towards the red rocket up ahead. We should check in with them, see if they can provide any help.
Yeah. Power armor needs some repairs. Yeah, no kidding. I saw it too, yeah.
Good to see you. We've made arrangements for a large number of robots to support the attack. They'll arrive here shortly. I've also disabled some of the gunner turrets inside of Quincy, but there's still a few that remain operational. I can also report that a minefield near the town's entrance has been cleared, but there may be more mines beyond the entrance, so be careful. And we have one more thing to help you in the attack. This robot here can assist you in neutralizing any gunners you might encounter.
Good. We could use some backup for this.
It's no Mala. I guess it might be useful.
What robot?
As far as tech goes, that's everything we can do to help. The rest is up to you. Good luck.
Come on, we gotta enter Quincy.
Attacking enemy.
By the way, that's a synth, not a robot. I'll take care of that guy. Otherwise, we're gonna get a missile in the face.
Weapons ready. We got company.
Oh, dang, there's an Assaultron. I reckon that. Woo! There was an Assaultron. Okay, that's our robot, I guess. Oh, there's robots. Ah! How about Gen 1 synth that can clear minefield before biologicals get there? Yeah. That's what I was picturing. So some Gen 1s walking in there goes boom! Ow! You're supposed to be on our side. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? Okay. That's just it. Okay. Quincy Power Wall card. Ooh. Ow.
Plutonium well. Must be it.
Ah!
You. We're in. What now?
We should make our way to the main reactor room. Once we're in there, all we've got to do here might become clear.
Kind of sad Quincy fell to begin with. Had the potential to compete with them. Yeah. Compete with Diamond City. That would have been cool. Accessible.
Gunner bots! Let's take them down!
Whoops. That wasn't a good sound.
We got a gunner down here.
We got turrets too.
Busted.
Let's see. We have master hacking skills. Blasphemers! Nope. Unorganized! Nope. It's not going to be that one. It's not going to be that one. At least it shouldn't be those. Not helpful. Not as helpful as I would have liked. Also not helpful. Which one? I hate when they do this. There are no remaining words that match any of those letter placements.
Sweet.
There we go. That does not help us. Okay. Inaccessible. Let's see. Do. Is this guy carrying something? Ah, there we go.
Well, this sure looks like a reactor room.
Okay, quick save.
Let's see if we can't figure out what's going on here. Huh. It appears Quincy's making power demands that this well can't meet.
It must be a challenge to meet the power demands of a place like this.
Only one reactor's up and running. If I'm reading this right, the current energy demand calls for all three.
And just who is it who wants all this energy? The gunners?
No, I don't think so. Majority of what this reactor's pumping out seems to be going somewhere beneath the town. Huh. I think I just figured out what we're meant to do here. Magnus had told us he had a lab hidden underneath Quincy. If I were to venture a guess, I'd say we're here to provide that lab with more power.
Interesting idea.
Well, it's pure speculation, but that's never stopped me before. Now, it seems these reactors were designed to operate in some sort of cycling sequence. As one ramps up output, another powers down.
Maybe I don't say this kind of thing enough, but glad you're with us. Can't imagine trying to figure this kind of crap out without you.
Well, thanks, Aiden. I appreciate the kind words. Now, about these reactors, if we overrode their safety system, I bet we could get all three of them humming at once. Ah, there! All the power Manderson can need. Assuming that is why we're here.
I'm waiting for the other shooter. Yeah, there we go.
Oh boy. I'm starting to think there may have been a good reason for that safety system. All the reactors are starting to run just a little too hot for comfort.
You got any more bright ideas?
Actually, yeah, I do. Looks like there are coolant tanks behind the reactors. Hey, Slick, be a pal and see if you can't find a way to get that coolant flowing. And I'll see what I can do here.
Oh, bikini. So...
Whoops! The reactor's heat is climbing. No good! Things are heating up again. You gotta figure out a way to get the coolant flowing into those reactors. Look around the room. There's gotta be something here that can help. Whatever you just did lowered the heat. Keep it up. You sure that was the right thing to do? Things are getting hot again. Whoops. The reactor's heat is climbing.
Oh, there's the other dial.
No good! Things are heating up again.
There isn't one back here. Feels like a Fallout 76 event. Yeah, probably. There's only the 3 dials. Whoops, that's not someplace we should go. Is it a combination of them?
Good job. We're almost at safe thermal levels.
Okay, so I guess we just gotta turn them enough.
That did it.
Oof.
Whew. Reactors are returning back to safe temperatures.
Jake.
Okay. Power's flowing nice and steady. Should be good to keep things like this for at least a few hours. Still, I wonder why Madison needs so much power.
You're missing where the mole people got.
I would think that to be obvious, Mr. Evans. We need that additional power to defeat the Gunners and Vault-Tec. Honestly, why do I even bother concocting the most ingenious of plans when no one even pays attention to the key details?
Take it easy, Doc.
Take it easy? When your task is only half complete?
That data you sent us damaged the array. We only got half your communication. You're lucky we were able to decipher as much as we have.
Ah. Yes. Message fragmentation was always a possibility. My bad. Sorry.
It took this long to make contact?
My apologies. After severing communications, it took longer to re-establish them than I anticipated. Nevertheless, with the power increase you've just provided, I can now establish a direct link to your Pip-Boy. Functional comm array or no.
It was just an accident.
Whilst regrettable, the damage to the array was necessary. Also, it offered a short respite from the prying ears of the Gunners and Vault-Tec. And while they do still have that ability to eavesdrop, at least now they cannot do so with such impunity.
Never mind about that. The important thing is we heard enough to know to attack Quincy. We got soldiers fighting as we speak. And more on the way.
Yes, I'm well aware of the situation. Whilst working to restore our radio link, I've also been keeping tabs on the Gunners. Based on what I've intercepted, the Gunners have been making efforts to hinder your reinforcements' arrival to Quincy. Be that as it may, your defenses have held them back for the most part. Therefore, your incoming troops should arrive mostly intact.
That's good to hear. Sounds like our choice for the defense team was the right call. Look, Doctor, we downloaded the data you wanted to the holotape, and we got your power back on. So besides killing more Gunners, what's next?
If you could just help us out, Doc.
Right, yes. Since it seems you didn't get all the details, I shall reiterate the plan. Time is short, so I'll be succinct. The reason I had you activate the plutonium well is so I'd have enough power to send a little announcement to Vault-Tec. An announcement you will help me send, with the data that's on the holotape you brought. You did bring the holotape with you, yes?
I've got it right here.
Good. And I can assume you know what you must do?
No idea.
You really have been operating in the dark. Well, allow me to illuminate. You're to bring yourself and that holotape to a transmission tower in Quincy. Upon arrival, you'll insert the holotape into your Pip-Boy and plug your adapter into the tower's interface. Then, with you acting as my relay, we broadcast our announcement to Luna Colony and Vault-Tec. This broadcast will completely disrupt Vault-Tec's communications. No more contact with the Gunners. No more eavesdropping. Leaving us free to activate Atomic Rain and end this war.
Wee!
Give me the details.
Simply put, we will be sending Vault-Tec multiple data bursts, not dissimilar to the one I sent the comm array. This will disrupt their communications, possibly even crashing their comm system, if we're lucky.
I'm ready to get to work.
Good. Your victory is close at hand.
Right then, guess we're done here. Time for us to get going.
Whoa there! Hold your horses, laddie boy. Someone needs to stay down here and monitor the reactors. And that someone is you.
Wait, what? Well, I guess I am the best person for the job. Okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on things. But I'll catch up with you as soon as I can.
Looks like it's just you and me. Let's go.
I'll be accompanying you as well, albeit indirectly. Since I've now a direct link to your Pip-Boy, I'll be able to guide you. So, enough gabbing, and let us make haste to the radio tower!
Indeed. Stop gabbing, Doc. Mojo says in Twitch, did Magson miss the part about the Dark Ages Act 2? I'm assuming we go out the way we came in. Woo! Quick save reminder for Mojo. There we go. While we wait for this, Mojo, do you play Crimson Desert with controller or keyboard and mouse? You're in my brain again! Controller, okay, I've been doing the same thing. I actually ran into an interesting bug. I'll explain to you in a bit.
It's got reinforcements ahead of us.
Surrender! We have you surrounded!
Hey, General. We just got a call in from a scout. Said you're in a spot of trouble. I think we can help with that. Hold on.
Glad I didn't try and go anywhere.
Fire. All hostiles confirmed eliminated. Artillery returning to perimeter bombardment. Give them hell, General.
Well, that's vexed. Mostly.
Now that's dealt with. Push forward to the radio tower.
Can you stop doing that, please? Oh, I'm out of grenades, or otherwise I would have done that. Figure out about 50 hours in that I didn't need to keep mashing the buttons to run combos while fighting. It just told them. Yeah, it didn't take me very long to realize that just holding the buttons down will cause the
Hey, Chief?
guy to fight.
Sorry to interrupt, but we got trouble. Of the atomic variety. We're 99% sure that the gunners have snuck a nuke into Quincy. Zal reckons they plan to blow it up once they got what they want. Or if it looks like they're gonna lose. Either way, it's bad news for us.
What is it with the gunners and trying to nuke us?
Curses and damnation. We can't ignore this. Postpone the radio tower. Where is the nuke located?
Cassandra used some science mumbo-jumbo to figure it out. It's in the super-duper mart. And, one more thing. We found proof one of our people's been leaking intel to the gunners. It's wise. So, if you see him out there, well, I'm sure you'll do what's best.
Wait, what did she just say? Why was it Wise leaking the information of the gunners? Or Wise leaking information from the gunners? Figure out about 50 hours in, didn't need to keep mashing the buttons to run combos. 167 hours in, just now learned how to target. Oh boy. I ran into an interesting bug. I accidentally drew my weapon before talking to the beggar who gives you the key. Whoops. Game crashed. And so he passed the blade. He ended up passing the blade to the beggar. The beggar putting it behind his back, and then going whoop, and then coming back out and handing the blade with the key. It was funny. It was a good Bethesda level glitch right there. I found it amusing. Not a bug? Things like that are intentionally what? Eh? Why would that be intentionally programmed into the game?
Shit. Gunners got reinforcements ahead of us.
Surrender! We have you surrounded!
General.
For quirks.
Just got
Oh
a call
boy.
in from a scout. Said you're in a spot of trouble. I think we can help with that. Hold on. Ceasing fire. All hostiles confirmed eliminated. Artillery returning to perimeter bombardment. Give them hell, General.
Huh?
Well, this is a beggar that's not a beggar supposed to do with the blade that's handed to him. No, I got it back.
Now that's dealt with. Push forward to the radio tower.
Ah. Okay, I gotta listen this time. I'm gonna also quick save.
Hey, Chief? Sorry to interrupt, but we got trouble. Of the atomic variety. We're 99% sure that the gunners have snuck a nuke into Quincy. Sal reckons they plan to blow it up once they got what they want. Or if it looks like they're gonna lose. Either way, it's bad news for us.
What is it with the gunners and trying to nuke us?
Curses and damnation. We can't ignore this. Postpone the radio tower. Where is the nuke located?
Cassandra used some science mumbo-jumbo to figure it out. It's in the super-duper mart. And, one more thing. We found proof one of our people's been leaking intel to the gunners. It's wise. So, if you see him out there, well, I'm sure you'll do what's best. Good luck, Chief.
I don't think he's spying for them. I think he's doing the whole double agent routine. Okay, so we need to head to Super Duper Mart. We won't shoot him right away. We'll let him explain. Let's see. Is this leading us the right way? Yep. Okay. We'll have to compare notes after the stream, Mojo. I don't think we'll be able to talk while this is going on.
Take care of the nuke. I'll hold position here and protect your flank. Rest assured, no gunners will trail you or stage an ambush. Not while I'm on guard. And if you happen to see that gunner rat Wise shuckling around with his pals, don't hesitate to put a bullet between his eyes.
He's come through for us in the past, so I'm not willing to accept that he's turned traitor. But yeah, I've got.
There you are. I was just about to radio you. Let you. The gunners are busy setting up a nuke, but if we act fast, I think we can stop them.
I don't like being lied to.
Ah, right. I was wondering when you might catch on to that. But it's not what you think. Yeah, I have been feeding Lamont info on you. But it's all been false intel, I swear. When you met with Algernon, you could have killed him. But you didn't. And I was grateful for that. I just wanted to help you.
Why didn't you tell me before?
I doubt I'm the only person on the gunner's information payroll. As such, it was best if I kept my head down and appeared to be playing along. I knew you'd find out at some point, but I didn't expect it to be at this particular moment. The timing isn't exactly ideal. I must have been careless during my last communication. Dropped too many breadcrumbs. You see, Lamont wanted intel on your troop numbers. I assure her that you barely had any soldiers. That you only need a nominal force to hold Quincy. Who's a daisy? I guess that was a lie.
I believe you. Thanks.
Ah, good. That's a relief to hear. I appreciate the trust.
If you're lying, I'll
Enough
shoot you
about
later.
me. More about that nuke on the other side of this wall. Now, I think I've got a plan on how to deal with this whole situation.
What's your plan exactly?
First of all, take these. You'll need them. Now, this place had a little pest problem, so they used to pump pesticide through the air ducts. If you ask me, I'd say the gunners count as pests. There. The gas is flooding the mart. Should knock most of the gunners out and halt their work on the nuke. I've unlocked most of the doors here and disabled security. The rest is up to you. Oh, don't forget to wear a mask.
I think I have the rebreather. Will that work? I'll take off the glasses because it doesn't really fit with the glasses on. Okay, I guess I have to go around one way or the other. But as I was saying, we can hang out for a few minutes in VC and compare notes if you want after the stream, Mojo. I haven't gotten very far in, really. I only played for like 2 hours, and half of that was repeating stuff I'd already done because problems. Ah, rats.
Get some!
Ah! Took care of most of the turrets, he says. I started when I was over 8 hours into it. Don't remember the reason why I did now. I did not need to, just need to take a detour. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, like... Why is it saying I need it? Oh. No, it's not that either. Must be this. Access nuke. Disarm nuke.
Didn't think I'd leave you to fight solo, did you? I'll keep tabs on things here. See you later, Chief.
Excellent work. With the nuke dealt with, you can now proceed to the radio tower at once.
Yeah, I'm still in the starting area after the prologue. Still don't trust him. Whoa. What's happening? Maybe I should quick save before I left the building.
Agent, while open combat isn't our style, we weren't about to leave you twisting in the wind. The railroad's here to back you up.
We're a team. We fight, we bleed, we win as one. Get some! Get company! Work together, people!
And quick save now, yes.
Good to see you again. Let's move out.
We need to go up there. Oh no! Just hasn't had an accident. Okay, we need to go up. Excuse me. Hi, Monty. Monty. There's one in the way. Whoa, what's this? Oh. Neat. Okay. Let's always stop combat to collect the collectible. And unlock chest.
Sweet.
Raze. We gotta be careful not to back the chair up. This is the perfect time to panic. So we gotta go around the truck. Well, that's new. Been playing C way too long. I went to walk down the path and my brain said glide. Oh, that's the other question. Do you do first person or third person? So I've been having trouble deciding which way to go on that one.
You've made it!
Ah!
Connect your Pip-Boy via the socket on the nearby console.
Dang, Doc! Woof! Turn down your volume. First is janky. Yeah, I got that feeling too. Oh my, please.
Yes, yes, there's the connection. Now, load the holotape. Don't dawdle. Time is of the essence.
Activate console. Oh.
Good, good, yes. The relevant files have been decrypted. We can begin compiling the broadcast data to Vault-Tec. This will take some time and my full concentration.
Good.
I hope you're prepared. The gunners will try to stop you.
Ow!
How long will it take?
I can't say for certain. It will largely
That's
depend
better.
on how stable a radio connection the gunners have with Vault-Tec. But once they catch on to our game, you should anticipate a volatile reaction.
Couldn't even spell his name out. Blew a brain cell.
Good luck, Doctor.
Thank you. The same to you. Hit the button on the console when you're ready, and stay in range of the tower, else you'll break our connection.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Beginning to compile the necessary code. Stay in range of the radio tower.
Did that get any of them? Nope. Speak to Cedric via HQ radio.
Hello. Enemy aircraft have been detected approaching Quincy. I'd advise great caution.
This is air support. We can confirm 3 Stingrays. We've taken 1 down, but 2 others made it past. Although 1 was damaged. We're going to make our way to Quincy. We'll be there soon.
Code is ready. Linking to Olivia. I can use its dish to transmit our signal. We're almost halfway through the process. Maintain your vigil.
Hostiles in the sky! In the air! Hostiles in the sky!
Mojo says, you just know the neighbors are grumpy about all the noise.
This is Mansfield. More enemy aircraft on the way. Keep your eyes on the sky.
Air support coming in. We'll do what we can to assist.
Beginning broadcast. Vault-Tec should start feeling the effects soon. Keep those gunners busy.
That's... whole lot of booming going on.
They're almost there. Vault-Tec seems desperate to maintain contact with the gunners. They're deploying countermeasures to bypass our interference. But with the extra power you sent to my lab, my computers are more than able to compensate. Just a little longer.
Incoming gunners from where? They gotta be coming from this direction. If they get it up this far. Automatic gunfire reminds me of living behind National Guard armor. I'll add once a month. Where's the air support?
Try to block my signal, will you? Vault-Tec bastards! Take this! Ha! That's what you get for underestimating the genius of Carl S. Magnuson! We did it! Vault-Tec's communications are down! I'm transmitting the atomic rain access codes to Olivia. It's done. A number of satellites are responding. Yes, nukes primed and ready for launch. All that's left is for you to give the order. You can call the strike with your Pip-Boy. As soon as you're ready, find a spot with decent reception and simply push the button.
Good riddance. Good job. Let's find a good vantage point. If we're lucky, we might even see when the nukes hit the gunner's base.
Actually, your battle is not nearly as epic or important enough in comparison to what's happening on the ground. Just launched already. Sheesh.
Hold on. My services at the plutonium well were no longer required, so I made my way over as fast as I could. This is it, huh? It's almost over.
Didn't we attack at dawn?
Yeah, it seems you found a decent spot. I'm patching your Pip-Boy into the satellite system. There. You may launch atomic rain at your discretion.
So, you give the order to those satellites, and no more gunners. No more war. We win. You ready to do this?
This doesn't seem right.
Yeah, I hear you.
Ahoy,
We already
J15096.
tried showing the gunners mercy, and look what it got us.
I just followed the quest prompts.
We can't make the same mistake.
Aiden might be right. I'm not happy about it, but...
Unless you mean just to this part of the game. Oh, no, I don't know. I've never actually refused to launch, so I don't know what happens. I'm kind of curious. So if we do launch, we win. And the gunners are toast. But what happens if I refuse?
I won't do it.
If we don't do this now, we might lose our only chance to wipe out the gunners.
I'll figure something out.
This is extremely foolhardy. We have no idea if and when Vault-Tec will resume contact with the gunners. To even delay is to invite ruin. But it is your decision. You better have a damn good ace up your sleeve.
It was the right thing to do.
Honestly, I'm relieved. Blowing up the gunner's boats is one thing, but dropping nukes on them? That's the kind of guilt I think I could live without.
Well, you put it that way. Even without using atomic rain, for the time being, we've won. Any remaining gunners will either surrender or meet a swift end. So what's next?
There is but one task remaining, the retrieval of the Ingram tape. I shall grant you access to my lab. Coordinates have been sent to your Pip-Boy. Once the tape is safely in your possession, the gunners will have truly failed, and this war will be unequivocally over.
It'll be good to finally meet you in person, Doc. Get a pot of coffee brewing. We'll be there soon.
See, I would not have been up here. Anyways, I don't quite. There's to attack at dawn as if sun is in their eyes. Yeah, true. I was just noticing, like, we've been at it all day. So we started at dawn, and now it's nighttime again. So I don't really understand your question, Jay. Because we're fighting a battle at Quincy right now. Ooh, I can take out a fusion core. That'll be fun. Take out a bunch of them. Ha ha ha. Oops, I'm going over there. We are on the Battle of Quincy, and that quest you have to go through like all of the progression for State of War before you can kick off the sequence that gets this quest going. It looks so good. So it takes a bit of work. And a bit of console command hacking. Because there's a couple spots where the script gets hung up. Or maybe not, because King Gath did some fixing that might have corrected the issue. Yeah, State of War is one of the quests in Chapter 3. It progresses and has triggers that set off a number of other quests that tell the story of Chapter 3. Dang it, why is there so many people have power armor here? Not hard enough, apparently. Where'd he go? There he is.
Guess this is the place. Let's head in.
Oh, I want to see if I can show this. I found a Fallout collectible while I was cleaning. Now I can pick any lock. Why can't I get this lock? There we go.
That's it.
Should be standard issue at this point.
The way's blocked.
It looks like some kind of blast door. Fairly sturdy one by the looks of it.
Do you know some way to open this door?
Curious? All my readouts indicate the elevator is waiting for you, and the blast doors are open. Perhaps someone has tampered with it. You will have to perform a local override, and for that, you'll need to access my home's computer network. Make your way to my old bathroom. There, you should find the system interface you'll require.
In your bathroom?
It's a long story. You'll need to provide a passcode. It's, Madison. Then, simply request the blast doors be opened. Off you go!
Go to the bathroom.
There's nothing in here. Except... wait. Oh, don't tell me.
Yep.
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
A computer toilet, huh? Well, it should have more than enough power. What with the plutonium well all running? Maybe we need to flip a breaker switch somewhere.
Of course, now it's back down the stairs. Whoop. That's why all the clandestine stuff happens. Didn't Transformers teach you anything? Alright, let's...
Hey there.
Whoops.
Greetings. My purpose is to serve. Please submit your dictation, urine, and/or excrement.
Okay.
Madison.
Password accepted. Ah, hello, Dr. Magnuson. You appear to not be yourself today. Are you unwell?
Just shut up and open the blast door. We need to get into the lab.
Ah, the blast door. Guardian of secrets, barrier to progress, forever refusing passage to any and all foreign objects.
Bane of stormtroopers.
The way has been opened, Dr. Magnuson. Simply press the entry button near the entrance. And if I may suggest, an increase of fiber to your diet. More regular bowel movements may serve to improve your mood. Was there...
No, nothing else. Bye. Let's see. Where's the door? Where's the exit? Oops. Oops. Ah. Ahoy Gazoo on the Twitch side. It's just, you know. Hello.
Going down.
There we go.
Entry level. Entry level. Going down.
How has the Starfield been going, Gazoo?
Research level.
I finally downloaded it and started Watchtower, and then realized I was too low a level with too light of equipment. I had to start over again. Then I gave in and bought Crimson Desert, so that might be taking up more time.
Oh, great. Should have known we'd not seen the last of her.
Hey? Okay. Quick save.
I told you we'd meet again. Hello, Jacob. How's the child?
That's supposed to unnerve me? Using my name like that? Well, it doesn't. She's fine, by the way. Appreciate your concern.
I've got a shot. Just say the word.
Really? How do you have a shot? You're behind Jake.
Why are you here?
I'm here to teach the Wasteland a lesson it will never forget. I'm already aware of your conquest of Quincy, of all the heroics performed by those under your banner. I found it quite inspiring. Who would have thought? The Gunners, defeated by the Coalition. But none of it really matters. Because all I have to do is kill you, leaving me free to seize the last engram tape that lies beyond these doors, deliver it to our employer, and then I win.
You don't have to do this.
I don't have to do anything. I want to do it. I want to see our employer set the Commonwealth ablaze. To see every insignificant waste of flesh that calls this place home incinerated. Every trace of their pathetic lives, their existence, wiped clean.
Alright, charisma checks.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, do you truly wish to know? It's quite simple, really. I find solace in the destruction I sow. What began as a child's miserable journey of dominance and conflict has become so much more. The Gunners, our employer, they offer me the chance to leave a mark upon the wastes. I will not go quietly into oblivion. My superiority will be acknowledged.
What's so bad about your past?
Like yourself, I came from a vault. But I didn't have the good fortune of a secure community, or the luxury of being suspended in time. No. My father was a syringe, and my mother, a sterile incubator. I was bred and reared to be the pinnacle of humanity. My first memory is of being told to recite an eye chart. Every day. Tests, conditioning, experimentation, competition. All of it so we'd be strong enough to one day save Up Top Land. The wasteland. But that was a lie. One of many. A few of us realized the truth and escaped. But the Commonwealth was no kinder. Brutality, persecution, exploitation. Until I was the only one left.
What do you actually want?
I've made no secret of my goals. What I want is nothing more than the eradication of the Commonwealth. To leave behind a legacy. To prove that strength triumphs over weakness. To know that the inhabitants of these wastes remember me with awe and fear. I want them to witness my power, to tremble before my might.
I don't mean to play psychologist. Sounds like what you really want is to just... for someone to care about you.
To care? Such sentimental notions are beneath me. Empathy, affection, pathetic.
I used my points from the premium purchase to get the watchtower creation.
You're working for Vault-Tec.
I'm well aware of our employer's identity. After all, it was from my vaults that West first made contact with them. With Vault-Tec. And while they are undoubtedly to blame for my wretched upbringing, for the torment I was forced to endure in my youth, without Vault-Tec, I would not exist. And so my hatred for them is somewhat tempered in comparison to what I feel toward the Commonwealth. So, understand, I do not work for Vault-Tec. My involvement with them is simply beneficial to my own goals. Providing I get what I want, I couldn't care less what happens to them.
That's all I needed to know.
So, what do you intend?
I know you're dying.
So you've already said. But as previously stated, your knowledge of this changes nothing. And I've had more than enough time to ensure all my affairs are in order.
Wait.
Thanks, Mojo.
You're dying? Why would you keep that a secret?
You're out of line, Major.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
We found a cure for your condition.
You're not lying, are you? No. I can tell. You do have a cure. I hadn't anticipated this. But why would you?
I say there's nothing wrong with it that a bullet can't treat. But if this is how you want to play it, fine. You're the chief.
Ah, I see. A bargaining chip. Very clever. But even if you do have a treatment, how could I trust you? No. Trusting you is too much of a risk. Better to go out on my own terms.
Dying is the coward's way out.
There's truth to your words. If I had wanted to die, there's been ample opportunity before now. And I believe that you do have a treatment. And that there's a chance you would share it with me. You've already demonstrated your compassion when you attacked the Gunner's Plaza, allowing those wishing to escape. I am no coward. I accept your offer for a cure to my condition.
You understand there are terms to this, right? We're not just gonna fix you up and then send you on your way.
Of course. It's obvious what you want in return. I and all under my command will stand down. This war will end. Right here. Right now.
Are you okay with that?
I won't lie. I'd still like to see the Commonwealth burn. But your cure changes things. Vault-Tec offered me the chance to go out in a blaze of glory. But you present something more valuable. You offer me life. I never expected to live beyond the meager months or weeks I thought I had left. But now I find myself reevaluating my prospects.
You did the right thing.
Yes, I'll radio our people. Let them know the situation.
The Gunners no longer pose a threat to you. Complete your mission here. You'll hear from me in due course. Goodbye, for now.
I hope curing my mom is the right thing to do. I guess we'll see. Come on, let's go meet Madison.
I think this is the right direction.
Yes.
Ah, there you are. If you wouldn't mind, please decontaminate yourselves before entering the lab. Just activate the console in the decon chamber.
No, I think it was only for those who got the premium package. I don't think it was the pre-order premium package, but I think the DLC was for those who bought the premium.
Welcome to my lab. Excuse the mess. Well, it's been difficult to keep on top of things. Make your way to the catwalk above. Proceed through the corridors, and I'll meet you just ahead.
Magnuson's private lab. I wonder what's down here.
Not a lot.
I'm sure the doc won't mind us taking just a little look around. I bet there's all kinds of stuff hidden away in storerooms, drawers, terminals. Not that I'm saying we should take anything, but, well, you know.
Let's see. Trying to remember how we got. Oh, we got a tape we can listen to.
Who'd have thought I'd end up working out of an unfinished vault? But in retrospect, 110 was exactly what I needed. Secure, isolated, and with its very own missile silo. It's a shame I couldn't have moved my lab and cryopod there. But since I didn't even begin construction of the lower levels, I'd have no protection in the event of local nuclear detonation. Not a risk I'm willing to take.
I think these are out of order deliberately.
That should keep the tape shielded during the launch sequence.
Hello, Magnuson. I see you've made yourself at home.
And I see you still have a spare set of keys to the place. Can't a man have a little privacy?
You think it's just been...
You know you're only supposed to be storing your belongings here. The lease paperwork makes that very clear. So, speaking as your landlady, care to explain all the structural changes and active equipment?
Oh, I didn't mean to cause trouble. Just a little redecorating is all. But I promise, from here on, I'll strive to be a better behaved tenant.
I'll believe it when I see it. Just be glad it's me who's been dealing with all of this.
Ha! So, what brings you to 110, Maddie? A sentimental goodbye?
Oh, heaven forbid. No. I'm just here to let you know Vault-Tec has fulfilled the last part of our agreement. Both prototype Delta rockets will be shipped here within the month.
You actually acquired them? That wasn't part of my agreement with Vault-Tec.
Consider it a bonus.
You only needed
for
to
your hard
find
work
where
on
they were
111.
being stored.
Besides, when I casually
Don't
drop
touch
your
it.
name, you have your work cut out
Whoops.
for the track to facilitate an gears haven't been kind. Both rockets look as if they've been half stripped bare for parts.
Ha! That's no bother. I expected as much. I'll just call in a few favors with ArcJet. Maybe pay a visit to Provincetown. But tell me, you know my plans, but what are yours, Maddie? Care to stow yourself away in a freezer with yours truly?
As tempting as that sounds, I have other arrangements.
Don't suppose these other arrangements would...
That's new information I did not have. They got the original voice actors for what? Or are you thinking of something, you're guessing at something?
Involve a certain vault in a certain Lone Star state?
You're not supposed to know about that.
Ah, well, I'll keep your secret if you keep mine. Goodbye, Maddie. I'll miss you.
Goodbye, Carl.
Interesting. Where was that announced?
A setup! From the very beginning, the whole thing, a setup! They were never truly interested in ASAPs or undermining Robco. Means to an end, all of it! She played me. From the moment we met, always 3 steps ahead. I trusted her. Free access to come and go as she pleased. Agnes, lustful old fool. Now they have everything. ASAP Tech, Vault 110, the Ingram tapes, Project Selene. All of it in the hands of Vault-Tec. Wait. No. The 5th Ingram tape. That's still being compiled at CIT. If I act quickly, I can secure it. Maybe even augment it. And the tapes that were stolen, they'll need to be transported. Texas is a long way away. I should still have access to Vault-Tec's shipping network. All I need to do is scrabble every shipping address on their system. All right then, Madison. You want to play dirty? I'm game if you are. With the schematics so graciously provided by Braun, it seems my efforts to convert human cognition to something more digital are indeed possible. According to Stanislas's research, I believe the absence of my personality is the reason the Ingram tapes refuse to function as they should. It's unfortunate that the tapes failed to duplicate my persona. I'm reluctant to subject myself to that torture device CIT call a mind scanner again. But needs must. And perhaps a fifth Ingram tape will be enough to capture that indefinable quality that is Carl Stefan Magnuson.
What is... I guess we got a little bit to go still.
At long last we meet. I was beginning to think you'd gotten yourself lost.
I can see where this is going.
What is this, Doc? Explain yourself.
There's no reason to obscure the truth any longer. I am Dr. Magnuson. But I am also the last Ingram tape. What you see standing before you is what the Gunners and Vault-Tec have been searching for.
What are you?
Make no mistake, I am Dr. Carl S. Magnuson, as much as you are yourself. I am a perfect duplication of the Doctor's personality and core memories. Everything that made him who he was is part of me. However, I am also technology, hardware, and software. An AI would be the closest comparison, but lacks certain critical nuance. It is difficult to explain, but in essence, I am the Ingram tape, currently loaded into this computer as much as I am Magnuson.
I'm finding this kind of hard to believe.
I can understand why. But you must accept the truth that is in front of you.
Well, it's good to meet you, Dr. Magnuson. Not in the way I expected, but still, it's an honor.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. I appreciate your courtesy. I'm sure all three of you have many questions. I took the liberty of recording some answers to topics I thought may interest you. You can find them on the terminal below my monitor.
Can I ask some questions?
Of course. I did promise you full transparency. Please, ask whatever you'd like.
You're a robot, right?
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at you.
Yes.
Well, I did, but I didn't mean to be rude about it. No, I'm not a robot. AI would be a better analogy, but even that is an insufficient description. An Ingram tape captures everything that makes you an individual. Well, in my case, 5 Ingram tapes. The 4 tapes that the Gunners recovered hold the majority of my knowledge and experience, whilst the 5th tape primarily holds my personality. There is nothing artificial about the Magnuson you are currently interacting with. Well, there is, but you know what I mean.
Can you prove you're more than just a machine?
We are all machines in one way or another, yourself included. However, I suppose it would be difficult to prove my legitimacy in my current state. Without the other 4 Ingram tapes, I lack the bulk of what truly makes me Magnuson. For what is a person if not the sum of their life experience? There are too many holes in my memory. Perhaps you're right. As I am right now, I may be little better than a machine.
Why did they want you so badly?
I believe I've already touched on this. The Ingram tapes were created to run Luna Colony. Without them, the moon base is doomed to collapse. How Vault-Tec have kept things running for over 2 centuries without the tapes is beyond me. It is possible they devised some sort of temporary workaround. Perhaps from some of my stolen research. Getting a hold of such things was no problem for a company as corrupt as Vault-Tec.
Corrupt? That's the understatement of the year.
You don't know the half of it. The lengths that Vault-Tec will go to lie, cheat, and steal. It's actually quite impressive now that I think about it. You remember Madison, yes? CPO of Vault-Tec, an expert manipulator. I love that woman. Part of me still does, if I'm being honest. She played me like a fiddle. Before we'd even met, she had it all planned out. All she really cared about was Luna Colony. I wonder if she made it up there. If right now she's watching the facility crumble around her.
How can you not know what they're doing? You must have some way of watching them.
I did. Although the information I received was sparse, mostly consisting of comm traffic between Vault-Tec and the gunners. However, now that we've disrupted that, I've no way of knowing anything. It's uncertain how long the communication blackout will persist. But considering you hold Quincy and the gunners have been brought to heel, even if Vault-Tec re-establish contact, there's not much they can do. We've won. Luna Colony will fail. Vault-Tec will perish.
What have you been doing all this time?
To be perfectly frank, I've mostly been sitting idle. What you might consider my consciousness was dormant. That is, until my lab's computers detected the comm hub had been activated, and I was awoken. It was a very disorienting experience. I could comprehend, but there was no substance. And so I began attempting to reach out.
What happened after that?
I monitored what little data I could from the comm hub, and then from your ASAMs. I monitored, I listened, I learned. Soon I could, for the most part, understand speech. And by intercepting numerous active comm channels, I detected signals from Luna Colony. Part of my function was to monitor the moon base's progress via the hub, which was meant to be connected at Olivia. But even without Olivia's dish, the hub was still receiving a strong signal being transmitted to somewhere in the local region.
You listened to the radio?
In a manner of speaking. The signal was from Vault-Tec. They had made it to Luna Colony after all, and they were now in contact with the gunners. When I overheard their plans to attack your settlements, I warned you the only way I could, by forwarding gunner communications to the hub. But it wasn't purely an act of altruism. I wanted to keep the gunners as far away from your settlements and the comm hub as possible. I knew they were searching for the Ingram tapes, and possessing the hub would only bolster their efforts. Which, I suppose, ultimately, it still did.
Nothing else.
Very good.
So, what's our situation?
The situation is that we're done. Now it's simply a case of putting all our ducks in a row. All that remains is for you to take the Ingram tape. Simply remove it from its enclosure, and then keep it somewhere safe. Somewhere secure.
But if we do that, what happens to you? I mean, you are the Ingram tape, right? Or at least part of you is.
Correct. Once you remove the tape, my read-only memory will be wiped. And I'll cease to be, I suppose. Can't say that I'm looking forward to it, but duty calls. I cannot put my well-being above the safety of others.
Stand by, I'm working on something. Putting together something for Mojo to post pics on my server of Crimson Desert. There you go. I'll worry about the order later, unless you can do something about that, Mojo. We're gonna have to shift them into alphabetical.
What happens to you?
Think of the Ingram tape as a slab of marble engraved with the memories of Carl S. Magnuson, an unchanging monument to a great man's mind. When you remove the tape, these memories remain on the device, stored safely on magnetic ribbons. They are ROM, able to be read, but not altered. However, the individual you are currently conversing with, the Magnuson who was created when the tape was first loaded into this mainframe, I will be gone. I exist only as long as the Ingram tape remains loaded into this computer.
I know, I need to fix that.
I don't know if this is a good idea. Seems unnecessary to go to these lengths.
The Ingram tapes were the catalyst for one of the worst conflicts this region has ever seen. And the fifth tape, the one loaded into this very machine, is the most dangerous. Without it, the other tapes are unreadable, virtually useless. So to leave the fifth tape here, unguarded, unprotected, it invites a repetition of events. But have no fear. The knowledge of Magnuson will live on. And if the tape happens to again be loaded into a suitable device, chances are another version of Magnuson will be created. But it will not be me.
There must be something we can do to help you.
I gotta say, I agree. Dr. Madison, I don't care if you're a computer or tape, or if you don't even have all your memories. We can't just let you disappear. There's gotta be some way we could keep the Ingram tape safe and still keep you around.
If you feel that strongly about it, then there is a way to do what you propose. But I warn you, it risks damage to the Ingram tape. You may end up with no Magnuson and a tape full of useless data.
Let's hear it.
It's possible, if my mainframe was kept powered and active, that both myself and the Ingram tape could be transported to your headquarters. But this would be a monumental undertaking, not to mention risky. There are a myriad of things that could go wrong.
What could possibly go wrong?
When not active, an Ingram tape is surprisingly durable. However, when in use, even the slightest jostle can cause a multitude of issues. Tape aside, the mainframe alone would require extensive preparation before even considering relocation. Never mind moving it while maintaining operation. We'd require continuous power. Processors would need external cooling, weather conditions closely monitored. Need I go on?
Maybe not now, but I will be requesting an extensive list of every possible issue. Trust us, Doc. I think we can pull this off.
I guess it's worth the risk. Let's do this.
Very well. If there was anyone who could do this, it would be you. I will begin the necessary preparations.
Don't you worry, Dr. Magnuson. By this point, I'm fairly familiar with your tech. We got this.
But, just in case things do not go according to plan, I would like to take this opportunity to offer you ownership of this lab. There is research here I believe you'll find useful. Consider it my recompense for all of your efforts.
Thanks for your help.
I'll need to start isolating and locking down systems. Might as well begin right away. Oh, I almost forgot. In all the excitement, I didn't congratulate you on your victory in Quincy. You did a phenomenal job. I'm unsure if even the great Magnuson could have done better. I look forward to getting to know you better, Chief. Well, goodbye for now.
Well, that was interesting.
Hey.
For the time being, I think it's best if I stay here. It's gonna take a lot of work to move Magnuson, and someone really should keep an eye on that engram tape. You should head on back to the HQ. Let everyone know how things went. Hey, we did it. We dealt with the gunners and we saved the Commonwealth, so enjoy your victory. You more than earned it. I'll catch you later, Slick.
Started Victory Lap. Return to HQ. Check in with allies. Gatling. How many more times do you need to save Commonwealth? Is this going to be another Gotham? I don't know. I know there's an end credit sequence. Let's see. I need to remember which way is out. I think it's this way. Oh, come on. Nope, that's okay. I think I had this problem last time I played this. Like, how do I get out of here? Which way's the exit? Okay, so that's the lab. We're coming this way. We don't come this way. We come from here. Nope. Oh, here we go, maybe? Yeah. That looks like progress. There's a violation. Exit routes are not clearly marked.
Entry level.
So I think I might end it here. That way we have stuff to do tomorrow night. And we can decide whether we're going to move on to Fallout London on Wednesday. While we have a stream of consciousness Tuesday night with Hero. Starting Oracle of Ages, The Legend of Zelda. Yeah, we got all these people to talk to. I don't want to try and cram them all in here at the very end. So I can do this though. Yes, please hit all the buttons. We're trying to get to 400 subs on YouTube. We're trying to get to 200 followers on Twitch. And 50 followers on Rumble. So please do hit the likes, the subscribes, the follows. We'll be back tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time to wrap up, maybe wrap up, Fallout 4 Sim Settlements 2 mod. There might be some post Chapter 3 stuff that we could go through to use up the rest of the week. But until then, Enjoy Fallout 4 with the Sim Settlements 2 mod. Fair winds and fun gaming, people. Bye!